If you're watching this, it's because someone you love or someone you care about has fibromyalgia, and they want you to know that they love and appreciate all that you do. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Victoria. I'm 27 years old, and I have had fibromyalgia since I was about 13. We understand that watching those you care about, especially those who can't really find treatment for what they have, can be extremely difficult to work with and cope with. It's not easy just on us. It's also not easy on those around us. We know sometimes you may feel helpless, and we know sometimes you may feel frustrated or stressed. Watching those you care about go through something that you physically can't do anything about can make you feel powerless. And we understand because we feel powerless too. We know we cancel plans last minute sometimes, even an hour before, because we don't feel good. And we know we say that a lot. But when we say it, we mean it. We have pain tolerances that nobody can comprehend. But as soon as we say we don't feel good, we mean it. And we're sorry that you have to see us like this. We don't cancel because we don't want to be there. We don't cancel because we don't want to go. It's because we don't feel good. And sometimes the anxiety, the crippling anxiety that takes over when we have to go somewhere when we don't feel good can literally make us feel so small. And sometimes it's easier just to avoid human contact altogether. We know we're not always the easiest friends to have. We know we don't always want to go out and party or drink, or eat certain foods or go out to certain places because we're not comfortable or we don't feel good, or the things that they offer are things that we can't have. And we know that sometimes we're tired, and we say it all the time that we're tired or exhausted. But that's how we live every single day. And we're sorry that you have to see us go through that. We're thankful that each of you are there, to our spouses, friends, family. And we're thankful that you guys are trying to understand, and it's okay to admit that you don't. I know that we sometimes say that we wish you could spend a day in our shoes, but in reality, we wouldn't even wish this on our worst enemies. We don't want to see you go through what we do. We know that we can handle it. We were built to handle it. That's why this was given to us, but we would never, ever wish it on you. We know there's days where we get so wrapped up in how we feel and our symptoms and having the fibro that we also forget to see how you feel, because we know it's not easy for us to have it, but I don't think we can also fully comprehend what it's like to watch someone you love go through it. And we're sorry that we don't check in with you, but we do care about you and we do think about you. And we're sorry that we don't always ask how you're feeling or how you're doing with this, because we're so wrapped up. But just know that we still love and we appreciate everything that you do for us. And it doesn't matter if it's just even saying, hi, how are you feeling today? Or buying us flowers. We appreciate every little thing, everything. And we know it's hard to wrap your head around something that you physically can't see, where all you can physically see is symptoms. And it's hard to believe that this exists. And it's hard for us to believe that we have it, because we've had so many people tell us that what we have isn't real. Or we've had people that say, well, if you would just do this, it'll be better. When we know there really isn't a cure and a fix. But we know that you see us and we know that you hear us. And even though it's hard on you, you guys always still stay strong with us and you stand by us. And we can't thank you enough just for having you stand by and say that it's okay and I love you. Because sometimes that's all we need to get through the day. We want you to know that it's okay to ask questions, and it's okay to ask, can I ask your doctor a question? We actually appreciate it, because sometimes we get so frustrated with having to explain how we feel that we just don't talk about it anymore, and we bottle it up inside until we can't. And that's when things get really scary for us, is when we can't handle it anymore. And we appreciate those that still stand by us, even when we lose it. And that you guys still are standing there advocating for us, and you're joining our online communities asking questions. And if you haven't, we want you there. We want you with us. We want you standing by us. Because that online community can probably help you more than we can to try to at least grasp how we're feeling. Because it's hard for us to understand how we truly feel sometimes too. And we want you to know that even though we may not ask how you feel all the time, and we may not always check in to see how you're doing, that we think about it. And that we do think about how you're feeling, and that we do think about what you're going through. But it's like that you guys can't always grasp how we feel, and we can't always grasp what it's like to watch this from the other side. Because yes, we have friends that have it, but we can empathize with them. And sometimes it's hard for us to empathize with you. We get so wrapped up in ourselves. But we still love you, and we think about you, and we want you to know that no matter what, that we wouldn't be able to be here if it wasn't for you. And we thank you for that. And I know that some days it's hard because you can't touch us, because it physically hurts. You can't hug us because it physically hurts. And it hurts not only us to have you do those little things, but it hurts us to know that we can't tell you that you can't express your love in those ways. And we're sorry that we go through this. And we're sorry that you're there with us going through this. But I love the phrase that God never gives us anything that we can't handle. And when He gave you us, may not have been what you signed up for originally, but you stand here sticking by us. And we couldn't ask for better. We really couldn't, because you are better. So to our friends, and to our family, and to our daughters and sons and children and grandchildren, to all of those that are in our lives, we love and appreciate everything that you do, from standing by us, to trying to understand, to trying to help even when we don't want it, even though we know we need it. We appreciate you. And to my family and friends that watch this, just know that I love you, and I thank you for your understanding, because there's some days where I don't understand it either. So thank you for being there. Thank you so much for being here through all of the years that I have had this, because I wouldn't be here today without you.